Hello, hockey fans, and welcome to MC Media's continuing coverage of the 2018 Cooks Cup, coming to you from Yarmouth, Nova Scotia at the Yarmouth Mariner Centre. Today's game, part of our first playoff round of games, the 9-8 game between the Barrington Barons and the Sommet Cougars. My name's David Doucette. With me today, CJ Killam. And CJ, your thoughts about the upcoming game?
This is an important one. This is both these teams. You win, you keep going on. You lose, your tournament's done. And both of these guys are playing for the privilege of facing Parkview Panthers, who ran through their round-robin competition. But both of these teams, you know, the Cougars coming all the way from Halifax Metro. They don't want to leave such a disappointment. And the Barons, they're the defending provincial champions. They won provincials last year, so you got to think it would be a really disappointment for them to walk out early. So I'm expecting both these teams to be playing some really desperate hockey.
Sommet played their first two games, the first one against Yarmouth, which they lost 2-0. And earlier this morning, matter of fact, CJ, just a little while ago, it finished 1 hour ago, they lost against West Kings. That has to be a factor on how they're going to be playing today. Oh,
there's got to be some tired legs. You hope their conditioning is up for it. It's going to be a huge test. We'll see how the coaches manage it. Are they going to do short shifts? Are they going to try and save their guys out? Because, again, there's only one intermission break going into the locker room. It's only a 5-minute turnaround after the first and second period. So if you're the Barons, I look for them to put a lot of offensive pressure early on and try and trap players in their own offensive zone, tire them out even more, and force them to play an even shorter bench.
And for Barrington during the round robin, they lost their opening game to Sir Johnny McDonald 3-2 in a very good game. And then, once again, we talked about Parkview. Parkview ended up seeding first after the round robin, or after the, the round robin play. They defeated Barrington 6-1 in what has been so far the most lopsided game that the tournament has seen, which is actually great news for the tournament. A lot of very close games.
Oh, there's been huge parity in tournament. This is one of the closest tournaments I've ever watched, and I've been watching Cooks Cup for the past 6 years. So this is one of the better tournaments I've ever seen, and that outcome was very surprising because, again, the Barons are former provincial champions. They're current reigning provincial champions. So to see them get pushed back like that against Parkview was extremely surprising, and you got to think that is not how they want this tournament to go, and they're going to push hard against Sommet during this one.
The Barons are in black, going from right to left on your screen in the first period, and the Cougars, the Sommet Carrefour Cougars, are going to be going in white, going from left to right. And I'm just, because let's face it, the Sommet Carrefour is a mouthful. They're going to be the Cougars from now on.
Especially not having the biggest French background, especially myself, just the regular French through high school. I'll probably be sticking with Cougars myself.
I don't know what the delay is. Must be something at the timekeeper's box. Everyone, the warm-up certainly is finished. The teams are certainly ready. The on-ice officials are there, and they must just be getting things set. Just to go through the rest of the tournament schedule, since we have it in place, following this game, it's the 7 versus 2 game, and the 7th place team, local team, Pot-en-Bas versus West Kings. Then the 6 versus 3, which is Sir John A. McDonald versus Avenue. That should be a very good game. The winner of this game then gets the, as you said, pleasure of playing the number 1 seed Parkview. And then to end it off, we have 2 local teams, Clare versus Yarmouth, local-ish, this neck of the woods, southwest Nova Scotia, in the 5 versus 4 game. Winners there go on to tomorrow's semifinals. Winners of the semifinal carry on to the final. Semifinals and finals go tomorrow, Sunday, but we've still got a full slate of hockey today, Saturday, and we're about to get going. Cougars control the face-off, but lose it right away. Nice stretch pass to Barrington. Going up to Greenwood. Greenwood throws it in front, just out of the reach of McCarthy. Cougars come back with it. Up to the sideboard to Bennett. Bennett can't get it out. Greenwood fighting for it. Gets to Nickerson. Nickerson tries to slap it in. Cougars react and get it to central ice. Chasing down after it is Gagnon. He can't get there in time. Barons trying that stretch pass against. We saw that earlier. This time Derek McCarthy just out of his reach. Starting goaltender Xavier Kuzak for the Cougars covers it up for the first whistle of the game.
And you saw right off the start, Barrington Barons, they're going on the attack. They're looking to press the Cougars early because they know only with an hour's rest, if they can start putting in the goals early, that's their best opportunity to win this game.
Play now. Barrington has it at the point. Here's a wrist shot. That just goes wide. A big hard shot by Tegan Scott. Back to the point again. Circling. That one's way upstairs. Nowhere near the net. Jagger Kane needs to get that curve of the stick a little flatter.
Just settle down a bit. You got to think there's a little bit of nerves going off the Barons maybe. Gripping the stick a bit too tight there, sending that one a bit high.
Face off outside as that one just went straight up into the net, into the screen. Cole Nickerson dumps it in. Chasing it back after is Mugford. Around the net, but out of his defensive partner's reach. There's a shot. That one got through two players, and Jagger Kane missed the backhand just to the short side. Cougars come up with it again. Chip it forward. It was off a player and I think into the Cougar bench.
Fantastic opportunity again for the Barons. Just missing it, that one on the outside of the post. He tried to do a backhanded top shelf. That's a difficult shot to make, but he really didn't have many options on that quick shot. So close for the Barons getting the 1-goal lead.
Both teams struggling to get the puck off the faceoff. Cougars come away with it, but they're being forechecked. Mishandling a little bit is Bennett, but he does finally control it, get it out momentarily. Robertson up to Schmidt. Schmidt checked off the puck. Coming back the other way is Foster, but we've got a whistle. And it is head contact.
Yeah, I believe that's going against number 10. He came in, he had his arms up high, and I believe that's what the refs are going to be calling on that one. He put his arms right into the guy's head. Again, it was a bit of a size difference, so typically when he's checking someone his own size, and Sommet was also a little bit low, but either way, the ref's going to have to call that. You made contact with the head. And
you just saw that on the replay. Number 10, Shane Wyatt with the penalty, and it's just the 2-minute because it was more of an incidental contact than a deliberate attempt. There's the words I'm looking for.
Yeah, he was going in for the hit, and then Sommet player lost his edge, fell down low, but the refs are going to have to call it every time he touched the head.
Delano loses the puck at the blue line, skates back and finds it. Reverses it to Bennett, who has it. This is a great opportunity for the Cougars to take an early lead in this game, a game that Barrington in the first couple minutes had been swarming the Cougar end with. Back in the corner. Back to the point. That's Robertson. Robertson gets it in deep. Back to Delano. Back to Roberts. Cross ice to Bennett. Bennett with a shot. One-timer, and that's a nice save by Nickerson. Slip to the corner. Barrington gets it and chips it down, and Barrington will take that time to get the next group of penalty killers out on the ice.
And again, you're seeing the same strategy that Sommet has been using the entire tournament. They like to get that puck up to the point. The only problem with that is that they have a lot of strong point shots, but they don't really have that much traffic in front of the goaltender. So either you got to throw it hard and low to get the pads and get that rebound, or you need someone in front of the goaltender. Otherwise, the goaltender's just making some warm-up saves.
This one gets back to the point, and it's going to be chased down. Number 17, who was not on our list, so he will be fourth called number 17 with the puck behind the net. Lead pass up to Delano. Delano receives it. He has to wait for some help, chips it in deep, and then he goes to change. Nickerson stops the puck behind the Barons' net. Overskating the puck is number 20, Cameron Nickerson, but then he gathers it, corrals it, and fires it down the ice. 24 seconds to go in this power play. So far, not much coming from Carrefour, Sommet, but still a few seconds to make this last rush. Losing the puck, and Kane has it. Kane goes wide to his right. There's a wrist shot. Nice save by Kuzak. Dumped back in. Penalty is now expired. They're at even strength. Chasing this down first is going to be Gagnon. He passes it in front, just out of reach of Boudreau. Back to the point. Lorad's going to get that. Dumping it in deep to Mugford. He loses it. Mugford still chasing it. Has it. Looking. Stripped of the puck by Cameron Nickerson. Cameron's taken down. Goes around the other way to Jagger Kane. He's got lots of room. Tries the angled pass off the boards. Needs a little geometry. Didn't quite have the right spin on it. Goes all the way down the ice for an icing.
Again, the Cougars able to put in a little bit of pressure off the power play. They were able to continue it a bit. But again, no real strong offensive chances able to be generated. And if you're the Cougars, you really need to take advantage of your power play because that's a golden opportunity. A lot less work to get your offensive chances when you have the extra man.
Bennett with it now for the Cougars. Lead pass to Schmidt. He corrals it, moves it up to Doucette. Doucette gets stripped off the puck, and now coming back the other way is Atwood. Oh, that one goes off the goaltender's mask, just trying to pass it in front. Didn't even shake his head. No problems at all. Barrington coming out with numbers. Good active stick by number 9, Cameron Mugford, to keep that puck in. Retooling to the Barons. That's Wyatt at the point. He loses it. Tries again. That one gets out. Schmidt has it. He turns and fires it right back in. Going back the other way, Cole Nickerson. He stops behind his own net. Lead pass to Wyatt. Wyatt can't quite handle it. Ends up being a nice lead pass to Bateman. Bateman gets it deep. Taking off the puck. He just rocked. He might have been the recipient of the check, but he stood his ground.
Barrington, they got a big team. It's hard to knock them off the puck.
Back to the point. There's a shot from O'Connor. Blocker save into the corner. Back behind the net. Barron's still swarming. There it is at the side of the net. Kuzak finds it, covers it, gets the whistle. Now, I can't remember. I think it's Adrian Nickerson. There's a whack of Nickersons coming out of Barrington, and there's nothing uncommon there. But talking to the coach, I believe it's Adrian Nickerson. He said that's a big defenseman that they're missing today. Lobster fishing season, and he's a big boy. I guess he's like a 300-pounder, so he's not a small guy back on defense.
He's the Zdeno Chara of the West Valley Hockey League.
Coming back the other way, Barrington looking for that stretch pass just out of the reach, and it's going to go back right down the ice for another icing call. There's no dearth of whistles in the first 6 minutes of this game. Hopefully both teams will find their rhythm and get more into a flow of a nice flow of back and forth in this game.
You know, especially the Barons, they haven't played for a while. It's been almost 24 hours since they played a game, so maybe a little bit of rust. And then again, with the Cougars having just played, you could see the fatigue.
McCarthy trying to get to that puck, does get it. Swarmed by 2 Cougars, though. Good defensive team play there by the Cougars. Coming back the other way is Delano. Delano has speed, tries to go around, does get around, tries to squeeze it in front. Nice attempt at a pass to Layden, just out of reach. Barons get it, up to the boards. That's Bateman. Bateman tries to chip it out, goes cross ice. Nice pass over to McCarthy. McCarthy can't quite handle it, gets it to the red line, and chips it in and goes for a change.
A good opportunity there by the Cougars, a good cross-ice pass. That seems to be what they're looking for, even strength.
Nice pass, lead pass over to Bennett. Bennett goes to the middle, has some room, goes to the backhand. There's the shot. Tries the short side high, but just misses. Jagger Kane behind the net. Checked, comes back with it. Looking for a passing lane. There's the lead pass, well defended by number 14, Noah Larad. Coming back the other way, though, we've got Kane. Kane surrounded by Cougars again, and Larad gets into the corner, chips it up. There's a hard slap shot into the pads, and Kuzak covers it up for a whistle.
Barons responding there again. Cougars putting up a lot of fight right now. It's good to see, just coming off of 1 hour's rest, but they still seem to have a lot of fight. That's some good coaching previously before you come to this tournament, because that tells me what a well-conditioned team these guys are.
Gagnon thrown out of the face-off circle. Cougars still win the face-off and control it. Back the other way to Mugford. Mugford takes a look, stops and looks, tries to chip it down. There's a good lead pass. That's Gagnon with it. Took him a little while to catch up to that puck, though, and the Barons able to catch up. Pass back to the point. There's a shot, glove save. And that's Mugford with that shot.
Still a lot of back-and-forth action between both of these teams. It's good to see, though. Still, there a lot of whistles. Maybe we'll see it start to open up, but with no flood, the ice is going to get even worse and worse conditions, which then leads to even more whistles.
Gets back to the blue line. Barrington is going to come up with it. Foster chips it up forward. Getting there first there is number 17. I think between periods I might ask a question. See if I can find a Carrefour parent. Who is this 14? Or 17. Lead pass. Hits a bunch of skates. The Cougars come out with it again, though. Gagnon, lead pass to Mugford. Mugford goes around, and a hip check thrown out, but a leg sticking out, I guess. And the referee is going to be calling it a tripping penalty, so the leg wins.
I thought I saw the leg just a little bit far out. It was almost a good hip check, something that seemed to have become extinct in hockey. The good hip check used to be everywhere in the 90s, and yeah, you can see the leg
without a doubt
sticking far out. The leg was the primary thing that made contact. If you want to throw the hip check, you got to lead with the hip.
I believe it's number 10, Shane Wyatt, with that tripping penalty. So the second power play opportunity of the period for the Cougars. Here's another view of it, and that's a nice shot as well.
Yeah, you can.
It's dangerous too, because it ends up being a knee-on-knee, and you don't want anyone to get hurt.
And that's why the refs are calling. And it seems like there's a second 2-minute penalty out there, so maybe someone was.
I'm betting on sportsmanlike conduct.
I'm saying he protested too much.
Yes. Okay, there's something going on at the bench. I'm not sure if it's a door issue.
I believe they've had some problems with that door in the past in this tournament. It's been a little stubborn sometimes, not wanting to close.
Well, a golden opportunity for the Sommet Carrefour Cougars here with 7:33 to go in the first period, and now there's nothing on the box, but now I think they're coming back. Or there we go, 2 and 10.
A full 2 minutes.
They're just messing with our heads, CJ.
Keeping us on our toes. A full 2-minute 5-on-3. The Cougars have to score on this one. This might be the best chance they get all game.
Brooks across to Mugford. Mugford with a wrist shot. He gets through. There's a rebound and a goal. Cash Layden, number 12 for the Cougars, at the right spot. Lots of open ice for you to get in front of that net, and that didn't take long, 11 seconds.
And that's probably best case scenario for the Cougars. You score really early. You still got another minute 49 on the power play. Plenty of time to get a 2-goal lead. This is exactly what the Cougars need. Get your goals early, because you know coming off that 1-hour rest, the later periods are going to get even tougher and tougher for you. As you see here on the rebound, it's all that extra men. You had almost 3 players for the Cougars around that blue paint. That rebound came out. One of them was bound to get it, and that player was Cash Layden, and he gave them the 1-goal lead.
McCarthy with a shot, saved by Kuzak, who then smothers the puck for the faceoff. There's a good overhead view. Those nice overhead cams, courtesy of when the Mariner Center hosted a curling championship, and they were repositioned at specific spots of the ice for hockey games, and they've come in really handy.
Oh yeah, it's something that you don't really see in a lot of arenas around this area. So it's a great addition to have, and they're pretty decent for what they are.
Cougars behind their own net. That's Larod with it. Lead pass. Coming back hard the other way. Nice broken up in the neutral zone by number 19, June Greenwood. Coming back for it is Mugford again. Mugford spins away from the forecheck. Tries to get around too many people, though, and loses the puck. They're backing him up. Gagnon. Gagnon goes hard to his left, and he's surrounded as well. Good defensive work there by the Barons.
Yeah, Barons doing a good job of that help defense. Always trying to help out their fellow teammate, and that's exactly what you got to do. The best way to win those battles is if you have an extra man.
I know it's hard to remember right now, but right now, the Cougars are on a power play.
Yeah, fantastic penalty kill by the Barons. They've so far had more offensive chances than the Cougars.
There's a flip pass looking up for Mugford, but it gets on his back. He flips it in, and Cougars are probably going to have to change. Yeah, they were hemmed in their own zone.
Yeah, they were hemmed, and they had to try and play good defense, so what could have been an offensive opportunity was taken away.
Back to the point, fired in. Wolf's going to go after it to one side of the net. Getting there first, though, is Foster. He flips around. Oh, tries to make a move, and that was actually Tegan Scott. Tries to make a move in front of the net. That could have been dangerous. Coming there are the Cougars. There's an opportunity. Puck's at the side of the net, laying there. Little bit of entanglement between stick and leg. Referee lets them carry on. Power play is over. We're at even strength right now. So an early goal with 11 seconds, but pretty ineffective after that.
Yeah, they took advantage of having the 2 extra skaters, but were unable to make anything with just having the 1.
Atwood zigzags, gets himself into the end. Pass in front, goes off of a skate. Cleared away from the front of the net nicely, though, by number 17. Going back the other way, we've got the Cougars breaking out of their own end. 2-on-3, gaining the red line, but hitting the linesman. Now firing it in deep.
Cougar player being sent into the bench off of that collision.
Lead pass goes through everyone for an icing with 4:50 to go in the first period.
Shots are 7-6 in favor of the Barons. You see here on the replay that fantastic move there by the Cougars to get that puck right up there and it just going out past the outside post.
Face-off controlled by the Cougars. Here's an opportunity. Quick, hard shot. Just goes wide, and that's Layden looking for number 2. Barron's able to clear the zone, racing back after it. Sam Robertson, he gets it, goes off the boards. Picked up by the Cougars. Over to Bennett. Bennett gains the zone. Taken out of the play nicely. Nice check by Kieran O'Connor. Going back the other way, that's O'Connor again, fighting for the puck. Still fighting for it. Barons are able to get it and just clear the zone, or clear the front of the net, but the Cougars keep it in. Lead pass, once again out of reach, this time of Bateman. And we're getting another whistle.
Going to see the replay here. I'm assuming it's the O'Connor hit. A perfectly clean one. He had him lined up the whole way, glided right into it, shoulder into chest. That's how they teach you to throw hits in hockey.
With a number of quarterfinal games coming up after this, we have a very full stands filled with players and fans watching this game. That's always good to see. Always fun to play in front of a large crowd.
Especially early on in this tournament when all the local schools gave their fellow high school students the day off.
June Greenwood coming in on a partial breakaway, caught from behind, fires into the net and takes the net off. And we do have a penalty from the trail referee. The lead referee did not see it, but the trail referee gives a holding call. I was looking for the penalty shot, but no, he wasn't that much in the
No, he wasn't that much into the break. And also on the replay, it's a little shove. The hold, but referee has a better. Maybe could have called maybe an interference or a hook maybe there, but holding was the call. And also very lucky. Good thing they wear face shields, the full cages, because the Barrington skater face went right against that post on the coming in there, and that's one of those very dangerous plays, and that's why they try to, you don't want to knock a guy down when he's going full force into the net, because those posts have no give.
I believe the referees have gotten together. I don't see anyone in the penalty box. I don't see a door open. I'm still waiting.
I see Barons are again working at their door, but the referees again having a conversation with the Cougars bench. So maybe they're trying to decide who took the penalty. Maybe it was a penalty way farther behind the play where everyone's eyes were on the action going forward. Maybe it happened behind him in the back of the play.
As you say, they're having issues with that one bench, and getting the referee over here, this can certainly slow the game down.
There is a Cougar player in the box now. So I believe the ref's just trying to get that up there. It looks like it's ice buildup getting right in front of
those graphite sticks, they're good for everything.
Yeah, it looks like trying to break up all that ice buildup using the stick to just
chisel
it out.
Nothing says better use of a $250 hockey stick than jamming it at some ice on a bench.
That's why you have the spares.
Well, we'll take this opportunity. Pleasant Supplies Timber Mart, the proud sponsor of the 2018 Cooks Cup. Cooks Dairy, the original sponsor, obviously, but they had since been bought out by a larger firm. But the cup remains the Cooks Cup, which is, I think, nice because it's in the shape of an old stainless steel milk container. And so it's a very unique looking cup, and it's actually a lot of fun to see the winning team year after year on the ice with that cup, something that is so unique and not just a banner.
Yeah, and especially because it was donated by the Cook family. So in the same thank that the Stanley Cup is named after Lord Stanley, the Governor General who originally awarded it to Canada to go to the best amateur hockey team in all of Canada. Stanley Cup has gone on to be a much bigger one than just that, but the Cooks Cup, with the Cooks Cup, keeping the name the Cooks, keeping that legacy going, it's always great. It's a very long-running tournament, and it's always great to have. There's been a few amount of winners. I believe the Yarmouth Vikings still have the most Cooks Cup wins. I believe there are 3, and I believe it's Avonview is right behind. Avonview and Prince Andrew right behind them with 2 each.
Yes, as I'm looking at the boys division of the Cup, the first couple of years the Vikings won, then Avonview a couple of years in a row, then the Vikings again. Parkview Panthers, Sir John A. McDonald, Prince Arthur, Sir John A., West Kings, and Prince Arthur. So a couple for Sir John A., a couple for Prince Andrew, and those are in the more recent years. But earlier on, the first 5 winners were 3 for the Vikings and 3 for Avonview.
Yeah, you could see the difference and how this league has been changing. Well, The old guard has gone away. Newer teams are coming up and also making a challenge, and we'll see here. In this tournament, the Cooks Cup's up for grabs. I could see any team winning it.
That being said, Parkview in the initial game certainly seemed to be the quality team.
Yeah, you could call them the favorites, and that's why they're the #1 seed.
Bennett chased down from behind by Greenwood. Power play opportunity for the Barons. A great opportunity here to get back in this game. No points per period anymore. We're into the elimination round. You have to win it. Breaking down the other way, we have Bateman again. Bateman slaps it back. There's a pass over. Bateman's going to find it. The shot. Bateman gets it again. Back to the point. Here we get it back again. That's Greenwood at the side. Up to Nickerson. Nickerson to Greenwood with a one-timer. Save. Rebound. Puck was never covered. But the whistle did go because the referee lost sight of it.
Favorable whistle, ref on the other side of the net. He didn't see the puck. He saw the goaltender make the move to cover, so he ruled in favor of the goaltender. A lucky break there for the Cougars.
That allows both teams to change. We'll get the second unit power play and penalty kill coming in for both the Barons and the Cougars. Barons win the face-off back to the point. That's Scott with it. Scott with a long shot, kicked out. Larad's going to get their first try to get it out. Held in momentarily by Nickerson and chipped back in deep. Going back the other way is number 17. He flips around, trying to avoid, trying to lag time. Larad with it again. Now the Barons finally do come away with it, but only momentarily. That goes off of a skate, takes a nice lucky bounce right to the Cougars player, and is able to fire it down the ice.
Some good pressure being put on by the Barons, but really no quality scoring opportunities yet.
Two people in deep initially, but then backing off for the Cougars. Going back the other way. Barons get it just to the blue line, then back. That's Mugford with a big opportunity, short-handed. He's being caught. He stops, tries to get around the next player, and is flattened. Nice lead pass there by Tegan Scott. Tries to get it over to Kane. Kane tries to return the favor, but the puck can't get through. Both teams digging for it at the sideboard. That's Atwood. Atwood with a wrist shot. His stick hit right while he was shooting, so he didn't get much on that. Back behind the net, the Barons again. There's some room. Back to the point. There's a shot. Kick save, rebound. Back to the point again. Face off, or power play over. Back to the point. Seeing it all the way is Kuzak, and he gets out the mitt to make the save.
See on the replay, it's going to be that hit being thrown there by Nolan Atwood. Lined his man up. Arms right into the chest and sent him flying into the boards, and then he went down the other way and helped create those scoring opportunities. So Nolan Atwood showing himself to be a great two-way player.
There's O'Connor with the shot that makes it all the way through. Trying the wraparound now is Shane Wyatt, but he can't get that one to go. Pass in front. Barrington player knocked down. That's Wolf with it. Wolf with the lead pass up to Schmidt. Schmidt 1-on-3, chips it into an empty corner. Two Barons go after it at the same time. That's going to be O'Connor with it. Spins away from trouble, tries to ring it around the glass. Looked like it might have got up to the net. Nothing called. Continues. That one's going to get called as it's into the stands. 1:18 to go here in the first period. Our score remains the Sommet Carrefour Cougars 1. Barrington Barons, no score.
Yeah, good showing from the Cougars there. They killed off that penalty. They gave up two good chances late, but it was good to see them quickly as soon as the penalty expired. They went right back into the Barons zone, looking to get their offensive chances. They're not playing passive hockey.
O'Connor with it. Nice lead pass, give and go. Barons with carrying speed up. That's McCarthy with it, gets it over. There's a shot and a goal! Pass from McCarthy over to June Greenwood, who takes the puck, goes to his backhand, gets there upstairs to tie the game late in the first period.
You had to think it was a matter of time. The Barons have been getting some good quality chances early, and that's Greenwood finally able to fill in a nice good move to the backhand. We'll see here on the replay. Coming in with some space, gets it over to him. Right, moves it right back to the backhand, sends that one just over the pad, and we got ourselves a tie game with 1:06 left here in the first.
Full marks to him for actually being able to receive that pass that was behind him, control it in a limited amount of space before then making that move to go high over the pad of the goaltender.
Especially considering that looked like it was a bouncing puck as well, which even added to the difficulty.
Matthew Brooks takes a wrist shot from the point that went through a maze of players and hit the goaltender, Devin Nickerson, right in the mask.
That's the second one hitting Nickerson in the mask.
He didn't see it coming. Number 15 is going to get a cross-checking penalty. Matthew Delano, little too over-aggressive with that forecheck, knocking the Barons defenseman down and onto the ice, and he will go to the sin bin. And Barrington, with 37.3 seconds to go here in the first period, will try to take a lead.
Yeah, Barons, they were 0 for 1 on their other power play opportunities. You see here on the replay of that cross-check, and it's clear as day. Wood right into the back. Ref's going to call that every single time. Barons were unable to score on their first one, but they were able to use that momentum, which eventually led to them tying this up. We'll see if they can make good use of this opportunity.
Back into the corner, back up to Cameron Nickerson. He goes cross ice. The attempted pass/shot over to the one side, and that one's going to get cleared out, getting past O'Callahan. O'Callahan picks it up, chips it forward, chases it down himself, avoiding the first forechecker. Tries to get it in deep, can't get it by the defense. That one hits the linesman and goes right back in. Cougars able to finally clear the puck. Easily handled by Nickerson, who leaves it to his side for Atwood, and that ends the first period. So still 1:23 to go on that power play. That'll carry over into the second period, CJ.
Yeah, it was a very good showing. The shots right now, 12-6, so the Barons out shooting the Cougars 2-1 at this point. But I'm extremely impressed from what I'm seeing from the Cougars after only having 1 hour's rest. I mean, full merits to the coaching staff. They have this team well conditioned, because I haven't seen any players hunched over. I haven't seen them hunched over on the bench. I haven't seen a lot of gliding. They still got their feet moving, so this coaching staff is keeping their players in shape.
But I will say, we are only at the first period. In this game, this is the early portions of the game. The last game I called, there was a very short bench for Avonview, and Avonview carried so much of the play early, but you could see them go down a gear, and they could not find that extra gear in the third period, allowing Clare to get back into the game and tie it. Hockey is a long game, and that quick turnaround has got to come back to haunt them by the end of the game.
You have to think it's going to happen eventually, but you know, if the Barons need to try and take advantage of that, especially here on the power play. If you can hem in the penalty killers in their own zone for that full minute 23 and not let them get to the bench, especially now because it's the long change. So being able to get your fresh skaters on the ice is even harder than it was in the first. So I really want to see the Barons try and take advantage, trap some players in their own zone. Don't let them get to the bench, because then they're going to have to sit for another 5 to 10 minutes before they can come back on the ice.
Nolan Atwood with it. He loses it off his skate. Good work there by Mugford. Mugford gets to the slot. There's a shot. There's saved by Nickerson. Great shorthanded opportunity by Mugford. Coming back the other way. Cross ice pass by the Barons. Gaining the zone, chipping it in deep. That's Bateman in the corner. He tries to go behind the net. It goes off a stick, and it's taken away from Bateman. But Bateman comes back to steal it again. Check, that's Jude Greenwood this time. He goes behind the net. Bateman looking for the pass. Greenwood rips it around. Looks for O'Connor. O'Connor at the top. Cross ice to Bateman. Bateman looks, got two people in front. Tried the redirect. Good attempt there by 17, Derek McCarthy, but he couldn't quite get his stick on it. Back in front to Bateman. There it is. And it's in. Yes, it is.
A little bit delayed there from the calling from the referee. But, you know, with that type of pressure that the Barons are putting on, they had a plan. They kept doing that cross ice looking for the direction. Third time was the charm, able to just squeeze it by there, and the Barons able to take advantage of the power play, 2-1 lead.
Special teams always important in every game. Here we see we saw the replay of the goal. From our angle, we were kind of blocked off, and there wasn't the immediate reaction either from the player for scoring or from the referee for making the call. So I was waiting. I really wasn't positive because I could not see it.
No, we couldn't.
From our vantage point, I could not see the puck go in the net, and we'll have to wait to get the call of the off-ice official to see who scored the goal.
Yeah, the goalie was right in our way, and, you know, the referee thought about it for a quick second, and he's like, yeah, that went in the net.
Barrington still pressuring. Coming back the other way is Wolf. Wolf unable to clear it. That quick shot just goes wide. Coming back the other way for Bennett behind his own net. Good forechecking. Bennett tries to rip it around the other way to Wolf. That's out of his reach. Kept in nicely by Stegan Scott. That's Link Link behind the net, tries to get it in front, tries to jam it in. We're getting the official announcement. Greenwood with the goal.
His second of the game.
Forcing himself through there is Gabriel Doucette. He can't get much farther, though, and the Barons pick up the puck and get it to the blue line, trying to clear the zone, and it looks like they finally do. Doucette comes back in the other way. That's Wolf, excuse me. Tries to go to his backhand. It goes to the goaltender, though, and Nickerson pounces on it for the faceoff.
Cougars now trying to respond after giving up that goal early here in the second. Down by one. Maybe that conditioning now starting to come into effect. I thought I saw towards the end of that shift a lot of players just gliding. We'll see if it comes in more. Barons now might want to really press their advantage.
Especially when you don't get that break between the first and second period, when it is literally just 2 or 3 minutes down in front of your bench for some water. It's not like being able to sit in your dressing room for 15 minutes and get in a really good blow.
And especially not being able to get, not a lot of strategy being able to give into by the coaches either. Could only give a quick one, maybe a quick sentence here. Hey, try this. Can't go in deep with strategies, and that can also play into effect.
Face off to the left of Nickerson. Carfork able to get control right away. That's Wolf in the corner. Wolf gets it out to Delano. Delano slips it in front, but nobody can get a hold of it. Barrington chips out and clears the zone. Chasing down is Mugford. He'll get there first. Goes behind his own net. Nobody there right away. Getting in there late is Robertson. He has to back up with it. Try the alley-oop pass. It's ineffective. Barrington able to keep it in. Still keeping it in. Held in nicely twice there by Wyatt at the point. Kicks it ahead to Kane. Kane with a backhand pass. Tries to get it in front, but it goes off of a stick. Atwood was in front waiting for that pass. Back to the point. Well covered by the Cougars. There's that lead pass again. And that's Kalen Bennett that got a hold of it but then was tied up by the Baron defense.
Barron's doing a great job being that irritant. It seems that any time a Cougar gets the puck on their stick, a Baron isn't too far behind them.
Working hard behind the net is Sam Robertson. Gets it back to the point. Number 17. Number 17 hits it. Tries to fire but can't get it through anyone. Coming back the other way is Schmidt. Schmidt has some room. Check that. That's Mugford. Mugford's drop pass. There's a wrist shot off a stick. And that deflection, I'm not going to say that Nickerson made that save. It's more like the save made him. Layden with it. Layden gets it over to Mugford. Mugford has some room. There's a wrist shot gloved out of the air by Nickerson. A little bit of a rebound. A nice shift for the Cougars.
Nickerson doing some good work in net, especially off of those flexions. I believe it was Don Cherry who said, if you want to be goaltending in hockey is a little bit of luck and a little bit of skill, and Nickerson showing both of those right now.
That lead pass out of the reach of everyone's going to be icing, so the faceoff is going to be right back into the Barrington end. 11:06 to go here in the second period. This is the first of many elimination games here today. The first of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games that we're doing for elimination games. Loser goes home in this one. Winner goes on to play the number 1 seed after the round robin, and that number 1 seed, the Parkview Panthers.
And Parkview having a dominant round robin, so it's maybe not the strongest of rewards that you could possibly get for winning a hockey game.
Keeps you in the tournament.
It does keep you in the tournament, and both these teams going to fight hard. And you got to think the Barons will be looking for revenge if they get a chance to face Parkview.
Back behind the Cougar net. That faceoff ended up being at center, so I believe the officials got together and maybe missed a tip that maybe it did go off of a stick or something like that. And so when that happens, they instead make it a center ice faceoff. Oh, that puck gets all the way through. The rebound, save again. Kuzak looking for it behind the net. Hugging that post. Both teams fighting for it behind the net. Back to the point again. Barons have it. There's a wrist shot, gets through a crowd. Kuzak again, rebound. Kuzak finds it and covers. Very busy.
Great job by Kuzak, making what looked like 4 to 5 saves in just a short span of time. Some good job on his positioning. He's a big goaltender down there. He takes up a lot of the net, and he used that positioning to his advantage, made a few saves without even knowing where the puck was. That's some smart play there by Kuzak.
Face off to Kuzak's left. Barons win it. Gets back to Scott. Scott with the slap shot. That goes off of a leg. Carrefour breaks out of the end. Lead pass just out of the reach of Wolf. Picked up nicely, though, behind that by Doucette. Doucette tries to slide it in over. Ineffective getting it by. Barons come back the other way. That lead pass just out of the reach of number 4, Tyler Foster. Coming back is Robertson. Robertson lead pass to Schmidt. Schmidt loses it at the blue line. The Cougars, Bennett. That one goes off of a referee and takes a bad bounce in the Barons' favor. Coming back again to the Barons. There's a slide pass, an opportunity. Here's the shot, and that just goes wide.
Good job by the Barons. Again, they are looking to use that cross-ice pass, get those quick shots or a deflection, and it's working well for them.
Wyatt rifles a pass that somehow is controlled by Link, but the Barons can't get too much farther after that. Good couple moves to get away from checkers by number 11, Jagger Kane. Kane has some room. There's a shot. Goes off the glove and over the net. Solid high shot there by Kane. Without the save by Kuzak, that would have definitely gone in.
Kuzak has been standing on his head this past few couple minutes, really keeping the Cougars in there. And again, maybe that fatigue starting to come into effect, because it seems anytime the Cougars get possession of the puck in their own end, they're just rifling it down there, just trying to get it out of the zone.
And at this point, it really looks like the Cougars need to hang on to this period. Limit the damage. If they get an opportunity to score, that's awesome. And I'm not saying they're not going to try to score, but they have to get themselves to that 15-minute rest so they can come in with a little more enthusiasm at the beginning of the third, because right now it looks like Barrington is really controlling much of the play.
Yeah, right now it kind of looks like there's some holes in the ship. It's starting to go under. Maybe it's time, instead of trying to push that ship forward, just try to bail out what you're already getting in it.
Well, there's a nice local metaphor. Coming hard the other way is Layden. Back pass. Unfortunately, Robertson didn't see it coming, so the Barons are going to break out back the other way. They've got 3-on-2. Gets it over to Atwood. Atwood slides it across, a one-timer to goal! Jagger Kane takes that saucer pass, one-times it into the net. 8:34 to go in the second period. Barons up 3-1.
That was a beautiful play there by the Barons, and again, they're looking to use that cross-ice pass, and that was a perfectly placed saucer pass, as you'll see here on almost the replay, if the right camera angle came up, as it was a saucer pass going over, right over to Jagger Kane, who got it perfectly right on the blade of his stick, and he sent that one rifling hard. Nothing Kuzak could do on that one.
Barons chipping it back in again. That's Greenwood going after it. Greenwood gets it back to Bateman. Bateman cuts towards the middle, looks for some open ice. There's a shot. It gets through, and it's in! Greenwood to Bateman to the eventual goal scorer, and when he turns around, I'll tell you who it is.
I couldn't quite see the number either. But again, that's how I was saying. The ship was starting to sink for the Cougars. And just like we said, the Barons able to push their way through, as you see on the rebound. The shot comes in, and it looked like Kuzak just missed it. And we're getting ourselves a goaltending change. It's number 1, Eric Bilodeau, going in net now for the Cougars.
And the goal scorer, number 16, Ryan O'Callahan.
Barons controlling it off the face-off and looking to go right back on the attack.
There's a wrist shot. And hard for a goaltender to walk into a game kind of cold, but like it or not, Bilodeau, you're in the pipes.
You're in the pipes now. You know, it looked like Kuzak was starting to struggling. The Cougars had to do something to try and shake up the team, but maybe this wakes them up.
Play still in the Cougar zone. That one's chipped ahead. Gets to center, fired right back in. That's Larod with it. Larod dumps it out, and that's O'Connor retrieving it for Barrington. Nice lead pass to Link. Link gains the zone, but can't get by the defender. 5 players looking for it at the blue line. Carrefour comes away with it. That's Mugford, and we have a call from behind the play. Cross-check.
And if you're the Cougars, this is exactly what you don't want to be happening. Sending guy into the box, you're already struggling now. You gave up 3 quick goals in just a short span of time. If you're If you're the Cougars, you're digging yourselves into an even bigger hole. It's going to be even harder for you to get out of it. And if you're the Barons, you're not looking to show any mercy here. You're going to keep trying to put those pucks in the net.
And it's number 27, Samuel Gagnon, that has the cross-checking penalty. And like you said, the Barrington's looking to go ahead even further. Shot at the point. Nice glove save by Bilodeau.
Yeah, Barron skater wasn't able to quickly get off the shot as quick as he wanted. He had to stop and settle it. And just gave Bilodeau enough time to get over there. He flashed the leather and scooped that puck right up.
Face off to Bilodeau's left. Picked up nicely there by Atwood. Atwood stops and looks, goes cross ice, a one-time attempt. Nope, had to control it first. Circling back the other way, the Barons. And that's Scott. Scott has room. That goes off a skate, and Bilodeau almost overplays that lateral slide. As it goes off a skate, it could have literally slipped as an own goal. Coming back the other way, that's a good move by the Cougars, able to get it. Skating hard after it is number 8, Luke Bennett, but he can't get there in time. Coming back is the Barons. That's Atwood again. Atwood chips it by, looks in front, goes behind the net, looking, holding. Slips the pass over, nicely defended by number 5, Briley Schmidt, who then gets it down the ice and goes off for a change.
Yeah, the Cougars really needing that change there. Unfortunately for the Barons, they weren't able to try and stop that puck before it went all the way back into their own zone and make it even more difficult for players to change.
Second half of the power play now. Greenwood leads the rush. Gets it into the corner, stops and waits, rips it behind the net. Nice pass. Barrington still control. That's, a terrific look there by Bateman, just out of the reach of 17, Derek McCarthy. McCarthy has it again. Down in the corner to Scott. Scott has Bateman at the back of the net. Bateman's looking for it. There it is. It goes off his skate. There's a shot anyways. Bilodeau finds it and saves it. Great positioning by Bateman, calling for the puck. Pass just wasn't where it needed to be.
Exactly. The Barons are coming into the offensive zone, and they have a plan. They're looking for the open man, sending that puck cross ice, getting the goaltender moving horizontally. It's working out well. They came close a few times in this power play, just they haven't been able to settle the pass as quick as they wanted.
O'Callahan at the point. That gets all the way there. Nice diving slash at the puck by Derek McCarthy, but it goes wide. Back to the point. Here's a wrist shot through a crowd, hits a crowd. That's Bateman in the back. Gets it back to O'Callahan. O'Callahan with a wrist shot, blocker save, rebound, and the Barons can't come away with it. The Cougars find it and finally relieve the pressure with 7 seconds to go in the power play.
A lot of good power play pressure there from the Barons, putting on some good work, got a lot of good chances, just unable to finish it, but also a good job on the penalty kill by the Cougars to hold off.
Wyatt with a wrist shot that goes blocker side. Another save by Bilodeau. Well, Bilodeau might have been cold when he started, but I bet you he's sweating now.
That's one way to get yourself warmed up, is immediately come in and find yourself short a man.
Nice cross-ice pass by 16 O'Callahan. Barons quickly transition into offense. Skating hard the other way, though, is Cameron Mugford. Mugford gains the zone, gains the blue line, still skating with it. Lead pass up to Delano. Delano goes cross-ice. That's picked off. That lead pass by Barrington. It was close to number 17, Derek McCarthy, number 17, but not close enough.
The mystery man, number 17.
Yes, I am going to find a parent between the second and third periods, and I'm going to find out who this guy is.
So face-off now for the Cougars. If you're the Cougars, you're looking to try and get some momentum going into the intermission. You're less than 5 minutes left here in the second period. You want something going into the intermission, thinking that you can still have a chance in this game.
And there it was. Delano tries to go upstairs with the backhand on the short side, and there was a bit of room there because Nickerson not the biggest of goaltenders.
He is not. His head just barely making over the post when he gets in his stance.
Delano again at the point, just keeps it in. Carfor able to keep it in, but coming back the other way is O'Connor. O'Connor behind his own net, tries to spin away from trouble. Good forechecking. Once again, a nice little rebound shift here by the Cougars. Able to do a little more after being hemmed in for so long during that penalty. Nice lead pass. Good opportunity for Delano. Delano by himself goes on the deke. The save, the rebound. And it's held in as well. Side of the net. Cougars still looking for it. But Barrington finally finds the puck, clears the zone.
Nickerson doing some fantastic work there. Hasn't faced a lot of shots in a while, but he just turned away 2 high-quality scoring chances.
Back in the Cougar zone, Bilodeau leaves it for his defense. Larod over to Bennett. Back to the point. Nice cross-ice pass just a little in front of Bateman. Bateman has a person in front, tries to get it there. Pass, unfortunately, errant. There's a wrist shot right there. Nice save by Bilodeau. Reaches back with a paddle and knocks it down. Stellar save, Eric Bilodeau.
Eric Bilodeau with the save of the tournament so far, going all the way back with the paddle, scooping that one away. Bilodeau not letting his team go down without a fight, saying, I'm going to keep you guys in this game. You need to give me another goal. As you see here on the replay, Bilodeau gets that paddle up. That's a 1 in 10 save. Fantastic play by Bilodeau. Highlight it.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. 17.
Okay, we had a face-off to the right of Bilodeau. Coming back this way, the Cougars trying to gain the zone. They can't. Finally getting it out is Boudreau. Boudreau with the lead pass to Mugford. Mugford chasing it down. There the Barons again. Barons trying to get it out. Nice work at the blue line there by Gagnon. Trying to keep it in, but breaking out is Greenwood. Greenwood goes far to the left. Still has some room. Goes to the front of the net. There's an opportunity. Tries to squeeze it in the short side. Nice play again by Bilodeau. We have a whistle, and our whistle is a penalty. And while we're doing the penalty, you're going to talk, and I'm going to write.
As the penalty now coming up, as you see here, once again on the replay, that fantastic save from Eric Bilodeau. May not see a better save this tournament. And right now it looks like it's number 5 for the Barons. That's Tanner Bateman going in the box for 2 minutes. The Cougars right now getting that burst of momentum off of that fantastic save. Now the Cougars are having a good offensive opportunity here. They can make themselves some fantastic opportunities. And he's off of the face-off. The Cougars able to control at the point, sending it across the blue line. Now back along the far boards, a shot saved by Nickerson, who covers up for the face-off.
And I'm back. We found out who our mystery person was, didn't we, CJ? So for the first period and 3 quarters, we've been calling number 16 Jeremy Wolf. That has indeed been Jeremy Hache. And Jeremy Wolf is our mystery number 17.
He is our mystery number 17.
Glad to get that confusion cleared up. I wish we had it earlier. That's all right.
It seems that every team always makes some roster change right before the tournament after they've already printed out all of our roster sheets for us.
Gagnon gets it back. There's a wrist shot. Blocker save. Barrington able to get the puck and get it to the blue line and just outside, just out of the reach of Brooks. Mugford with it. He has lots of room. Nice lead pass. Gets it up to Gagnon. Gagnon back to Mugford. Mugford with a wrist shot. Glove save by Nickerson, who will hang on to it with 1:18 to go in the power play.
Some good offensive pressure being put on there by the Cougars, who are just trying to answer back. Again, you want to build momentum going into your intermission. You don't want a lot of heads, you don't want a lot of depression once you get in that locker room. You don't want heads down. Got guys thinking they're already out of this. It's just a 3-goal lead. This isn't insurmountable for the Cougars.
Jeremy Wolf, our mystery number 17 with the puck, gets it into the corner to Jeremy Hache. So Hache has it. Back, he gives it up. Back to Wolf. Wolf back into the corner to Schmidt. Schmidt looking. Back to Wolf. Back to Schmidt. Yeah, I'm getting practice. Schmidt still looking around. Barrington content to just play that nice box, that PK box, and keep the Cougars to the outside. Good opportunity there. Defended well as the box collapses on Schmidt. Barons get it. Back to the point, but not out of the reach of Wolf. Wolf back to Schmidt. Racing in from the other side. There's a slap pass, but it can't get through all the skates. Barrington chips it forward. Great opportunity now for number 17, McCarthy. He's going in on a half breakaway. The shot! And that goes maybe off of a blocker, maybe wide. Great penalty, shorthanded opportunity, though, for the Barons.
Barons used a lot of speed there for number 17. Noah Smith, you can see him hunched over at the bench.
A dangerous, dangerous clear out, looking for the ice to fling it down to end. That's 3 times the charm. There you go, O'Connor, as he finally gets it down there.
As we're back to even strength, just a few seconds left. Again, the Barons out shooting the Cougars 2-1 with leading in the shots 30-15.
Coming back hard, looking for that goal is number 14, Lerod, looking for a second. That time it was a hip check by O'Connor. He did lead with the hip that time, and that looked like it took Lerod down. Very difficult. Goaltender goes out.
Interesting move.
He's going to play it again. This time he just says maybe the corner. An exciting end to the period, CJ.
Some risky play there by Bilodeau coming all the way out, thinking he's Marty Turco there for a second. That type of stick handling. And also, talking about retro hockey, Marty Turco, I bet we're going to see here the hip check from Kieran O'Connor. You don't see the hip check very often in hockey anymore. O'Connor trying to bring it back. I'm
going to go way back in the throwback machine and call it the Brad Park hip check. And if you thought you were reaching back for Lemieux, you were sitting here shaking your head. Who's that? So for all you people that are more my age, you know what I'm talking about. Well, the Zamboni's going to come out and clear. It's been an exciting second period. Once again, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank everyone for watching us through MC Media, the 2018 Cooks Cup, come to you from the Mariner Center in Yarmouth, Nova Scotia. After 2 complete, the Barrington Barons 4, the Sommet Carrefour Cougars 1. We'll come back to begin the third period and get you caught up. Welcome back, hockey fans, to the start of the third period. An exciting first two periods with the Barrington Barons up over the Sommet Carrefour Cougars 4-1. CJ, your thoughts on the first two periods?
First two periods, it started off both teams getting that even out thing, but evening out back and forth action. But then late in the second, I feel like the 1 hour rest caught up to the Cougars. Sommet, they play with just 1 hour rest. You could really see the conditioning coming in there. But also, the only thing anyone was talking about in our booth during that break was the fantastic save from Eric Bilodeau, and that has really reinvigorated the Cougars late. So now, with a rest in the locker room, we'll see if they're able to come back. It's just a 3-goal deficit. They got 15 minutes to make it back. We'll see what happens.
Barons having trouble getting out on the ice. Clock's been ready for a while. Everyone's been waiting for them. And we're about to get underway. Substantial shot on net difference, 31-15. We're talking about that one big save of Bilodeau, but Bilodeau actually made a number of saves in the second half of the second period. It's just that one was so stellar.
Oh, I don't think there's going to be a better save this tournament. There might not be a better save in this arena for the rest of the hockey season.
Bateman has it. Nice move to get around. Has some room. Tries to go upstairs and scores! So all those beautiful comments that we just made about Eric Bilodeau, we were the kiss of death. Bateman, 19 seconds into the period, and you're going to see it right here, how it just goes right over his shoulder. He did not much room at all, but he found the little spot that was there.
Yeah, that's a sniper shot right there. Made a few good moves. Bilodeau didn't bite on any of them, but Bateman saw that little opening right above the shoulder, and he placed that puck perfectly. It's 5-1 now, and I feel like the Cougars, they really need to respond if they want to get back in this game.
Cross-ice pass, that's McCarthy. McCarthy taking off the puck. Nice check from behind by Delano. McCarthy gets it back again, held in and chipped into the corner. Cougars are going to get there first, but good work by Bateman forechecking. That's Wolf trying to get away with it. Coming back the other way is Layden. Layden spins. Wolf chips it forward. It's going to get to the point but not out. Fired back in. Getting back from the point, that is Robertson that goes to get it, but then he loses it. Once again, Barrington with the puck. Try the wraparound. Good defense at the side of the net, or that would have been an easy goal.
Some good work there by the Cougars on that defense, but again, the Barons putting on a lot of pressure.
Coming back the other way, we've got the Barons. Back to the point, just a little too hard, and it gets right out. Bateman goes down for it. He's going to get there, fighting alongside McCarthy. He can't quite get there. Cougars get out of their own end, almost putting him offside. Another hip check once again by O'Connor, liking that move.
O'Connor, he's trying to single-handedly bring back the hip check in hockey.
Smith with a nice lead pass. There's a shot. Rebound right there. Can't put it into the empty net.
Another fantastic save from Bilodeau, and then unfortunately for the Mariners, unable to finish. As you see here on the replay, it's the O'Connor hip check. They had that queued up on replay. Right low, hip right into the legs. That's how you throw that. And then a fantastic opportunity again from the Barons going the other way, just unable to finish.
Puck ripped around the boards. Held in by Shand. Shand knocked down. The Cougar faithful enjoying anything to cheer for here in the third period.
It's been a little bit of a downer of a start for a third period, but maybe that'll help swing the momentum.
Mugford with the lead pass to Boudreau. Boudreau pulls away not to get hit. O'Connor behind his own net, stops, spins the other way, gets around to set the first forward checker. Got some room now. Still holds on to it, chips it down to Bilodeau. Bilodeau drops it off for his defenseman Brooks. Coming back the other way, we've got Hache. Hache lead pass to Mugford. Mugford gets it, chips it in deep, and then goes off for the change. Nickerson will hang on to that puck, get in the whistle with 12:18 to go in the game.
Cougars still reeling a little bit after letting that one early. Now trying to put in some sustained pressure, get some more shots on Nickerson, because right now the shot differential is still 2-1.
Back the other way, that's Hache. Cross-ice pass. Gets out to the neutral zone. Going back with it is Scott. Scott gains some ice, gains the blue line. Gets to the middle, looking to get a shot away. Flips it over to Link. Link back to Scott. Scott tries to flip it in front. Well defended. Goes back into the corner, and that's Scott again. Back to the point. Wrist shot. Nice kick save. Back to the other side. This time it's Wyatt with a shot. Another save. Wyatt picks up the rebound behind the net. Looking to gain control. That's Bennett trying to wrestle control away for the Cougars. Coming back once again is Link. Slap shot from the point. That hit a lot of sticks before it went anywhere. Back to the point to Cole Nickerson. Nickerson gets it in deep. Both teams fighting for it at the half board. It's fired down the ice, and that's going to be an icing with 11:15 to go in the third.
Even more pressure being put on by the Barons. They're not stepping back, as we see here on the replay. That puck just sitting right out in front, fan on a few good opportunities.
That overhead shot, you can't tell how bouncing the puck was as the sticks were swinging through it every time. Face-off controlled by Barrington. Thought he was going to try to go upstairs. Hugging that post is Bilodeau. Referee loses sight, thinking from the reaction of the goaltender that he had covered it up. Better safe than have people jabbing away at a goaltender.
Yeah, you definitely don't want that. That was something I've really liked from the referee so far in this one, as you see again on the replay of that one. Just trying to wrap it through the foot of Bilodeau in net, but Bilodeau doing a great job hugging his post and not allowing to give up any easy ones to the Barons.
During that replay, we missed a great opportunity for Bateman in the high slot, taking a slap shot that just went high and up into the net off the goaltender. Breaking back the other way. Cougars coming, cross ice pass, just can't get through, and that was Bennett trying to slip that over. Gets to the point, held in momentarily, and Bennett's going to get back there. Coming back the other way, that is Wolf. Wolf with a shot, and Nickerson able to hold on to it for another faceoff.
There's some response back there from the Cougars, trying to get some offensive pressure going, but the Barons have done a good job of stifling whatever momentum the Cougars seem to be drawing up there. The Barons playing like they want revenge against Parkview later tonight.
I'm not sure how this works, but there is a 5-goal mercy rule in the third period, and I think despite the fact that it's an elimination game, I still think that holds true.
I do believe so as well.
So if Barrington are able to put another one in, we will see straight time unless the Cougars can actually crawl back in and get it back down to a under 5 lead. Brooks with it. Brooks tries to get it up to Bennett. He loses control. Coming back the other way is Atwood. Atwood behind the net. Holds, takes a shot, up, hits the rafters. Nope, goes through the rafters, I guess. And now the Cougars will come away with it, get it to the blue line and just out. Chasing it down is O'Connor. Leaves it for his defensive partner. Cross-ice pass. They were trying to get it to Kane, but it was nowhere near him, and the Cougars fired in. Racing in there is Boudreau. Boudreau takes the quick shot, but it goes well wide. Kane the other way. Barron's trying to figure out who's going to come away with it. It's going to be O'Connor. O'Connor with a flip pass, clearing the zone. Kane will chase it down. It's bouncing, and Kane's going to get there. Kane has some room, going to cut in front, goes around the net, tries to squeeze it in front. Nice defensive play there by Mugford. There's a place for the O'Connor again. Nice hard wrist shot by Tegan Scott, but that one's high and wide. Coming back the other way is Tegan again. Scott makes that, or that's Kane. Kane shoots it wide. Goes the other way to Link. Link fires it behind the net. Breaking out of his own end is number 19, Caleb Bennett, and he is rocked. And check that was 8, Luke Bennett. A couple Bennetts, I guess I was right. Mugford tries to throw a hit, misses the hit, but gets the puck. Barron's come away with it. Lead pass goes off of Scott and off his stick and goes into the ring. Link has the puck, fires it in towards Bilodeau. Bilodeau makes a save and drops it off for his defense.
A lot of back and forth action. Hasn't been a whistle for a while. Both these teams trying to get back into this one. The Barons trying to put the final nail in the coffin.
Tegan Scott with a shot, deflected in front, and a nice situational save there by Eric Bilodeau, who's able to actually just put himself, not situational, positional save, as he had himself in the right spot for the deflection.
Yeah, and able to cover it up, again, with the short rest. Bilodeau's well aware of how tired his fellow teammates are on that bench. So anytime you can get a whistle, get a fresh change out there, maybe a little bit of extra rest, that's going to be a good advantage for him.
Another save by Bilodeau as he uses the blocker to steer that one into the corner. Holding it in momentarily, but kinning out now is Doucette. Doucette goes hard to the right. He's taken out hard against the boards. Barrington able to get that, but not out. Coming back the other way, we've got Haché. Haché back to the point. There's the shot, and it can't get all the way through. McCarthy with the puck, and he gets it down the ice. Chasing it down is Robertson. It'll get all the way down, though, for the icing.
Good offensive opportunity now for the Cougars. Face-off in the offensive zone. They don't have to worry about trying to break through what's been a stellar defense here in the third from the Barons and not allowing the Cougars any time to get past that blue line. So now this is an important face-off for the Cougars that they want to try and whittle this down.
Hard slap shot by number 25, Matthias Brooks, but once you hit a slap shot wide to the far side, it tends to whip right around and clear the zone all by itself.
Yeah, that's why if you're a defensive partner, you're hoping you're right far against that board, maybe trying to pinch in and keep it in. Cougars couldn't do it during that one, and now the puck went all the way back down.
Another big hit. And this time it's Gabriel Doucette who takes the brunt of that solid shot by Barrington. He's going to the bench. Hopefully he'll be okay. Bateman loses an edge going into the boards. Went down heavy. Goes cross iso to Atwood. Atwood tries to go around a player. Can't quite do it. Cougars come out the other way. Skating hard with it is Delano. Delano goes to the middle. He's all by himself, though, 1-on-4. Breaking back the other way, we've got Kane. Kane tries to slide it over to Atwood, just out of reach. Atwood avoids the first check, but can't avoid the second stick. Coming in quick, though, is Ethan Shan, keeping the puck in. Back to the point. There's a hit by the Cougars. Coming back the other way is Delano. Delano has some room. Check that. That is Caleb Bennett. Bennett goes wide to his right. He's going to try to sneak in. O'Connor muscles him off the puck and into the boards.
Yeah, O'Connor being a huge star right now for the Barons. I really like what I'm seeing from O'Connor. I especially like the fact that I never see him standing still. He's constantly moving, trying to keep as much momentum as he can.
Kane with the wrist shot that goes off, and Bilodeau makes the save. The rebound came off, bounced off his own player, and he had to slide over and have the presence of mind to get that puck.
Bilodeau has some fantastic puck awareness. Like you'll see here on the replay, the shot bounced off the skate, but at no point during all that, Bilodeau knew where that puck was at all times, and he's doing a fantastic job at being able to recover off the rebound. It seems that he always knows where that puck is going.
Puck ripped around to the around the boards, but Scott's going to keep it in. Chip forward again. And now it's Link that tries to get it farther. Getting back the other way, though, is Mugford. Mugford breaking out of his own end. Gains the blue line. Tries to get around the defense. Can't do it. Will chase it down anyway. Goes hard into the corner. Nice man-on-man fight there. Barron's able to break it out. Not seeing that pass, though, was number 15, Jaden Link. Unaware that the pass was coming up behind him. Gagnon in the corner. We're having trouble seeing as people are walking in front of the camera. Here we go, back into the Barrington end, we get it. Car 4 coming out. They get it to the blue line, the Barrington blue line, but that's as far as it'll go. Just about 5 minutes to go here in the game. Breaking in hard now is Tegan Scott. Scott has some room, but overskates the puck. This puck's still sitting there before Mugford picks it up and gets it out of his own end. Nice move to get around a check. Still has it. Hard wrist shot into the chest of Nickerson, who will cover it up with 4:56 to go in the game.
Some more consistent pressure being put on there by the Barons. Again, they trapped a lot of the Cougar players in their own zone. That's going to wear them down even more. You're in the final 5 minutes of this third period. You got to think that the Cougars must be dead tired at this point.
Chip forward. Great opportunity now for Barrington. There's a shot. Big save, and that's number 17, Derek McCarthy. who couldn't capitalize on that breakaway.
And again, a bit of, as I was saying, that speed. You could see the speed that McCarthy had. He just blew by the Cougar skaters, and that's definitely been the huge factor in this game.
Breaking out of his own end now is Schmidt. Schmidt 1-on-2, goes to his left. He does have a trailer, tries to get it over, and he is taken down hard by number 14. And he's going to the bench too. That one took a little bit out of number 16, Jeremy Hachet. Wrist shot. Nickerson gets it, saves it. Can't cover it up though. Barons still come away with it. That's Greenwood behind his own net. Tries to spin away from trouble. Doing a good job avoiding Layden. Cross ice pass nicely to McCarthy. McCarthy by himself goes to the open wing to Bateman. Bateman gains the blue line. Makes a nice move to get around defense. Still has the puck. Tries to go short side. Well defended by Luke Bennett. Coming back the other way now is Gagnon. Nice move into the middle. And that was Layden that finally got that puck but could not capitalize and get a shot on net. Keeping it in, though, momentarily is Luke Bennett. Barons get it with 3.5 minutes to go in the game. Bateman circles. Lead pass right on the stick. 2-on-1 opportunity with the trailer. Couldn't quite control the puck, but the trailing man does get it. And that's Atwood. Atwood spins away from trouble again. Back to the point to O'Connor. O'Connor with a wrist shot. Kick save. Rebound. Another save by Bilodeau. Bilodeau gets to the other side laterally. Calling his name a lot since he's been on the ice. Bilodeau, he's done quite well.
Yeah, Bilodeau doing great. And again, the shots just keep going up for the Barons.
42-19 as we speak. Coming back the other way to Caleb Bennett. Back to O'Connor at the point. A little redirection attempt there by 11 Jagger Kane, but not on net. Slap shot. That one's a little bit wobbly. And that was Ethan Shand, who didn't get all of that one, but those can be tricky getting to the net.
Oh, those bouncing pucks. It's a goaltender's worst nightmare because most goaltender blooper reels just see they come off the bouncing puck.
Barrington still controlling the puck. That's back to Nickerson, Cole Nickerson. Slaps it into an empty wing and then goes off for a change. Coming back the other way is Kane. Kane goes back to the point. That's Shand again. Shand loses it, but then gets back to it. Back to Frazier. Frazier to O'Connor. O'Connor with a nice lead pass right on the stick. That should have been handled. Link will want that one back. Finally coming out of their own end for a little while, but right back in. This time it's Shane Wyatt coming in for the Barons. There's a wrist shot. Blocker save. Goes off a skate. Off two skates. O'Connor reeks in. Slap shot. Off a leg. Back to Shand. Shand trying to hold it in. Not going to quite do it. As the Cougars able to get out of their zone with under 2 minutes to go in the game. Good work there by number 17, Jeremy Wolf. Gets it up to Mugford. Mugford flips it in deep. Barons have it into an empty wing. Trying to go D to D. Not quite in the best position for it, though. Greenwood tops, turns, lagging the puck, looking to just kill time with 1:24 to go. Playing with the Cougars.
Yeah, I think the Barons just looking for that final buzzer now. Just playing that keep away hockey. But right there on the icing, that's going to come bring that faceoff all the way back. I like the defense I was seeing from the Cougars. As you see on a replay, there was a lot of fantastic chances the Barons had. That first save there, and that bouncing puck going all over the place, hitting about 3 or 4 different bodies that moved all over there. Bilodeau doing an excellent job, though. Again, great puck awareness from Bilodeau. He seemed to always know where that puck was going. You could see his head tracking it the whole time.
Ripped around the boards. Held in nicely by 17, Jeremy Wolf. Wolf gets it into the corner to Brooks. Brooks stops. Trying for some late heroics here. There's a shot. That one goes off a stick. Get back to Mugford. Mugford with a shot. He can't get through. Mugford has it again. Rips it around. This time picked off by Barrington. Bateman with the lead stretch pass. Still looking to score. Derek McCarthy, played by Bilodeau, who after the end of the second period we know is not shy playing the puck. Coming out, though, is Mugford. Mugford with some room. Stick out of the hands and ended up being a trip, and it is going to be a penalty.
Yeah, that completely accidental on the fall of the Barons, but that's a clear call of a trip. As you see here on the replay, he tried to do a whack, lost the handle, and the stick just seemed to follow and track right towards the skates of the Cougar. And down he goes, so we're going to end this game 30.3 seconds. Barron's going to be down a man, so maybe some time for the Cougars. Get a little bit of momentum to end this game out on.
Doucette wins the faceoff. Here's a wrist shot. It goes wide. And that was from number 8, Luke Bennett. So at 24.9, we'll try it all over again.
Another quick face-off, and again, you can really, I really believe the main factor in this game and why the differential is so big as it is, it was just the Cougars having a 1 hour rest time. You could see the two teams were playing pretty evenly until about the later half of the second period, and that's where you really saw the shot differential really spike up.
Back in the Cougar zone, they're having trouble getting under their own end. It's in his skates, in Doucette's skates, can't find it, and it's going to be chipped in deep. Luke Bennett with it. He loses control, and there's the horn. So not much of a power play at the end in that last 30 seconds. They really, other than that initial first face-off win, full marks to the Barrington Barons with a 5-1 victory here in this 9-8 elimination game. As a result of that, later on today, the start time is supposed to be 5:30. We're running about 15 minutes late right now. They'll be playing the number 1 seed Parkview Panthers, in which should be a very exciting game. Especially in the second 2 periods, Barrington by far the stronger team, CJ.
Yeah, it was definitely that 1 hour rest time. It caught up with the Cougars. Your conditioning can only hold you so far. You don't plan on trying to play 2 games so close together, and that's when that spike really happened. Bilodeau, the 3 goals in just in about 5 minutes. That's where the separation happened. Bilodeau came in. He tried to keep his team in it, but again, in the third period, more of the same. And now the Barons going to be looking for revenge against Parkview. They lost 6-1 against them in the round robin, looking to show that was just a fluke. Going to be an exciting one later tonight.
And Cusack getting pulled about halfway through the game after 3 quick goals. Really, only one of them was, and I wouldn't even call it that questionable. It was a good shot to the glove side. The other ones, he really had no real. They would have been spectacular saves for him to have made those saves. You had said it before, and I agree that I think it was a coaching staff just looking to spur on the Sommet Carrefour Cougars.
Realizing they were about to be eliminated, you had to shake up the team, try to get some more fire under them, and it did. It lit a fire under them for a short bit, but unfortunately for the Cougars, they were unable to capitalize.
Cash Layden, the player of the game for the Sommet Carrefour Cougars.
He was the 1 goal scorer for the Cougars.
And a hip checker was galore. Kieran O'Connor, number 2, the player of the game for the Barrington Barons.
He was all over. I was super impressed in what I saw from O'Connor. Kind of remind me of a Scott Niedermeyer, the way he was skating all around up there. Smooth guy, always seemed to be in motion, and that's exactly what you want from a defenseman.
All right, we'd like to wrap this up now. Our final, once again, the Barrington Barons 5, the Sommet Carrefour Cougars 1. We'd like to thank everyone for joining MC Media's continuing coverage of the 2018 Cooks Cup Hockey Tournament from the Mariner Center in Yarmouth, Nova Scotia. On behalf of myself, David Doucette, my partner today, CJ Killam, all of the volunteers behind the camera and behind the scenes, we'd like to thank you for joining us at MC Media and continue to join us for the rest of Cooks Cup. Until next time.